Now, if you've installed the keyboard properly, you'll have seen an icon installed in desk right here. It's called Keyman. So if you click on the icon, which should show up, sorry, is the Greek classical menu. So if I click on this, what it does is it changes my keyboard from typing English to typing Greek. So if you install the Keyman desktop Greek keyboard, the classical keyboard correctly, you will have had an icon installed on your desktop, which you can click to activate the program. And when you activate the program, it should show up on your menu bar. And if you click on it, you can switch back from Greek. And then you notice that it's changed to this alpha is showing up here. And if I click on this and go back to English, you can go back to English. Now, it just so happens that I have several keyboards installed on my computer, so yours might not look exactly like this. I went ahead and installed German, Greek, and Hebrew as part of my keyboard. And in order, again, to install, start using typing in Greek, you want to turn on the Keyman desktop. You want to make sure that you click on the Greek classical keyboard, and then if this icon shows up somewhere on your menu bar, you know you're in business. Now, before I start typing and demonstrating how the Keyman keyboard works, if you go back to the original web page where you found the download link to the Greek classical keyboard, instead of clicking on download, click on the details button. So click details, and if you click on details, this is where you get a picture of the keyboard. So this is your regular computer keyboard, and it tells you that if you press Q, it's theta. You press the W, it's omega. And if you press the shift button for capital letters, then what generally it does is instead of a lowercase theta, you have a capital theta. And if you press W, instead of having a lowercase omega, you have a capital omega. So what I like doing is I actually printed out these keyboards right here. I printed it out, and then I had it as a ready reference, so that if I needed to remember how to type in a certain letter, I can quickly check on the printout that I had what button on the keyboard to press. So the keyboard's really helpful because the English letter is in the corner, G, H, J, and it tells you that if you press G, it's gamma. You press H, it's eta. If you press J, it's C. So, and then even more important is the fact that, well, how do I type the accents? Well, the accents are here. So you have the square bracket giving you the smooth breathing mark. You have the another square bracket, the left side, giving the rough breathing mark. If you want to accent a grave, it's the reverse slash. If you want to accent acute, it's the regular slash. If you want to accent the circumflex, use the equal sign. If a period is a period, that's convenient. A comma is a comma, that's convenient. A question mark in Greek is also the semicolon. That's convenient. So it's all smart. It's kind of intuitive for some of these. And if you want to do an iota subscript, then if you press the shift button plus the backslash here, then that'll put an iota subscript under the vowel. And if you want a semicolon, you press it's basically the shift semicolon button, or in other words, it's your regular colon. If you press shift plus semicolon, it gives you regular colon on the English board, but in the Greek keyboard, it'll give you that semicolon, that raised dot as part of your punctuation. So go ahead and print out this keyboard. You'll return to it time again, and until you memorize it, because once you use the keyboard often enough, you have memorized the keys and you won't think about it like you do the English boards. But this is a very helpful page. And if you want to know how to put accents above vowels. Like, what's the typing sequence? Usually what happens is you type the vowel, then you type the accent, and it immediately puts the accent on top of the vowel. So when it comes to keyboard details, go ahead and read this. It'll explain exactly how to type out certain words. It gives you examples to try out on your own. So all of this is very helpful. It gives you a summary of the accents and other diacritical marks and the corresponding keystroke that you would use. And so this page has it all. So really all you need is this page for a bird's eye view on how to use the Greek keyboard. So why don't you go ahead and print that out. If you're really up to it, you can print it out as individual in large index cards and laminate it and just keep it around your desk. That's what I do. But then eventually you memorize everything and then you don't even refer to it anymore. Okay, now that you've installed the keyboard and you have a printout telling you how to use the keyboard, let's go ahead and do some practice. So if you pick the practice typing in Greek menu, it'll again give you instructions how to install the keyboard, and then I already clicked it already, but if you press the button submit in the upper right hand corner, this text window pops up. Now if you haven't done so already, if your keyboard is in English, go ahead and turn on your Greek classical Keyman program. Click on Greek classical, make sure that you're typing Greek. And so I'm pressing the key. So I'm going to practice. So it's asking me in this exercise to type out all the lowercase alphabet letters. I'm going to try to do this without looking at my printout sheet and see if how I remember things. But if I press A, I'm getting alpha. Oh, great. So you see that A is alpha, B is beta, G is gamma, D is delta. And I'm putting a space in between. E is epsilon, Z is zeta, H is eta, Q is theta, I is iota, K is kappa, L is lambda, M is mu. Oops, went back and typed in comma by accident. M is mu, N is nu, the C is Kasi, the O is omicron, the P is P. Actually, P is pronounced P, not pi. I know that in math, elementary school math, you see that Greek letter and you want to say pi, but it's actually pronounced P. The R is the rho, and I know that looks like the English letter P, but that's a rho, Greek rho. And here's a tricky one. If you press S, that gives you sigma. And then I'm going to press S again, and that gives me another sigma. But if I press a space right after the S, bang, it turns into a final sigma. So that's how you do it. You press sigma, press the space, and it turns in automatically into a final sigma. I'm going to press sigma, and then I press the space again, and turns into a final sigma. But I'm going to put a slash here between the two letters. And then T is tau, U is upsilon, F is phi, the X is chi, the Y is psi, and the W is omega. So here I typed out all the lowercase letters. And then you can practice again. So if I put on the all caps function, if I'm a little bit lazy about it, rather than pressing shift all the time, A is alpha. So alpha, beta, gamma, delta. These are all capital letters. Epsilon, zeta, eta, theta, iota, kappa, lambda, mu, nu, Kasi, omicron, P, rho, sigma, and there's no different letter for a capital letter. So it's just one sigma, tau, upsilon, phi, chi, psi, omega. And so this is an exercise. And then what I would do then is after I practice, and you can practice more than once, practice several times, and then when you're done, you would submit the assignment, and bang, your submission's there. You can press submit details, and you can see what you've typed out. If you want to send a comment to me, you want to say hi, Matt. Oops, I'm going to switch actually. So here's an example where, let me show you. I'm going to I'm moving my viewing menu so that you can see what, again, if I want to switch to English, switch back to English, and I want to comment, hi Max. Oops, hi Max. I love my Greek keyboard. You are awesome for showing this to me. Yeah, all right, there we go. You can save that comment, and you can even send a comment to me, and I can comment back. I'll comment back. So glad you love it. Me too. All right, there. And I sent you back a comment. All right, so, but anyway, with all the assignments, so go ahead and try the Greek keyboard. Have fun with it. Play around with it. There's no points assigned to the assignment. It's just part of your participation grade. And this will allow you to kind of freely explore how the keyboard works. There are other practice exercises where you'll practice the smooth breathing marks and the rough breathing marks, the accents. And again, if you turn to the Greek classical keyboard section, press details, and then you scroll down, not only do they have all the diacritical marks and punctuation marks located on the keyboard where you can type it, but if you look at keyboard details, it explains exactly how to put the accents above the letters and how to use the diacritical marks, smooth breathing marks, accents, etc. And that's the end of this tutorial.